politics no ensembebri ena ekoso ewom ade bechi NPP ayese ade bechi NDC ayese NDC force we de eneye NPP force omonso de eneye why de eneye enunti ena the Punch TV aba say Ghana politics ni nyina no de ekoso ewo man Ghana mu nyina no ye de ni nyina e de ebrew ewo eye channel yeso message so be subscribe to your YouTube channel na Facebook like video yi e de amame share na ma afofo enya bi hwe na fa o comment nso bra e wo comment section ho e ma me video bi e koso politics mo nsensem bi e koso sisi yi aba betodwa mayenko ne yenko kwetie ensem no embra
na woni ngina so o ka asem fa ka bitela ho na woni ngina so a samra na ye be hye no e wo se ukoyi ano wo court e wo se etumi chew ne edu tu fiase we say NPP mo beba power biem no na is 42 years and over. And I support this 100%. The NPP thrives on misinformation and disinformation. That is the backbone and bile of this tribal piglet party. A atro any other party no. Inti Samra we are ebano. We are going to see, say, you will see, say, the NPP communication will break down. The NPP communication, after this law has been enacted, the communication of the NPP will break down. I don't think they want to mean teacher, but want to me at TV so edit Mahama tem e can't to Mahama so Osro. The ben out the chairman want to me Abronye Akasetia Ibrahim Mahama Osro. The ben I won't say Abua Papon Owusu Bempa Kotina Wano Wakasetia John Mahama physically, personally, Ana Ibrahim Mahama, Ana government appointee bia Osro, because they know the law is now going to work. Into this misinformation and disinformation act, I am going to champion it. I am going to support the minister Sam George to make sure Parliament will pass this law. The NPP will collapse because then Emradawa so Bibe General Kanjo is Bawa Muktari 17 na oni nyina so a ye betwa years ato ho a excel sani panel to improve ya also ko de fiase. So we can Lord in a Mahama who has some. Not when to me engina or engina so and cast some no kind say when engina so also could defiase. Me see your parcel law we are other platforms in Abigu. That is the difference between NDC and MPP. The NDC was built out of truth, honesty. The MPP was built out of tribalism and lies. And say them run to war, you see how the men will separate themselves from the boys. And that has been our hallmark. And I am so happy to see this. Because this will change the dynamics. It will change how we see politics in Ghana. Politics, pa. We Jimmy and I want to say. We are Jimmy for a politician, dadao. But politics is your life. So we be with you catch us say media mania politics or we Jimmy for. Every single decision you take as a Ghanaian is based on politics and what the politician will do, say, the actions they will take, and then they decide your future as a Ghanaian today. Your life tomorrow. So, China, it is the politician who will decide for you in Ghana. And so, out of hypocrisy, we catch them say, media mania politics, we Jimmy for. It means, Obrana Obon, that politician can use you like a fool. You need to understand. Say, you need to be abreast of issues. I'm not saying go do active politics. Men ko jina simpie ni emien to swaba. Men ko jina parliament enko shembra. But be abreast of the issues. Be part of the conversation. That is the only way. Wo bra because obi na eko tina dem. Aka se e was see a pe kwan bi near faso near stop galam say. Enti I was so ma woni yeti. There also adwunkyere wo tirim because nsuo no say a politician no obeto nsuo abrochira nom wo na obenum nsuo na ase no nti say what is obi aka kire say na nya politics a any person that met so say I don't do politics we Jimmy to the point to say onim say ne life on earth mameka be bin chiro you as a Christian and a Muslim we all believe in something and that is we believe in God and we all believe so one day you will die. And when we die, there is another world that we are going. We are not taking the flesh. We are going to leave everything behind and go to that world that we all believe in, right? But as far as you're on this planet, somebody will have to make rules and regulations for you to survive. So the moment you think, say, you don't want to be part of that decision making, you are not counted as the people who have to survive. And if somebody will capitalize on your foolishness and your ignorance and your idea thinking, say, I don't want to be part of the decision making. They will capitalize and step on you and make you a dog. You'll be the slave. Into politics in general is very important for every single man. A part of our lives. Do not ever say, man, politics. Man can be that. Be interested in politics. Because then Bibi ko ye mawa because of politics. Obi na shemra ema bibi ko ye maw. Obi na shemra bi ena bibi tiaw. It you always have to be part of the conversation. And the conversation should be right. And we should be part of a conversation that is healthy, a conversation that is not about, at the end of the day, maligning people and lying about people, but a conversation that we will use facts to do what? Make our point. And it's in our other platform we swear. You see senior officers, veterans in Kwara 24, they are all here. Because when you say Kevin Taylor die, or the Ukraine Bema, Bobi do Atamaso, so a very important. Ongano, Eleleno, Yerebeka. And that is what we all need to understand. Into this is very important. Well, when your politics, you your taxes. Me and your politics, you your taxes. Now then, I would your tax. I will because I could take a decision now. You need to be part of the decision making. So with your taxes in Kwadia, you have to do politics. You have to be part of the conversation, be part of the dialogue. You can't say free SHS. I say, in Kwara Edin Kwasiamona, President can say, young have a dialogue. No, it was every parent who has a kid in school, whether primary or senior high school, you have to be part. You can't say, yeah, having a dialogue on our education, our free SHS, no. In primary school parents in free. Yes, Ghana for because Obama OGSS, no, in the next year or two, Obera SS. So you need to be part of even that conversation. Obama put the whole. As far as you pay taxes, you should be part of the conversation. It's memo being that out that. And I said this group of people now your politics, they been see that. The moment I decided to team no ombe use sabua unyansuo nom unye juma nye omunya kwan ma because when the classify who say there are some group who only think for you. You need to be part of the thinkers. You need to be part of the decision making. You need to also contribute. You need to let people know say oka saadie we hu. Into Ghanaians, young people coming up, I see majority of you guys making videos, going to places, showing things you don't like. It is very healthy. Keep on doing it. Make sure you back it with facts. Let the government know that these are all part of our civil responsibility. The civic education part of it is also part. Let's not just let some people feel, say, where the any papa friend of Oriata, where the any papa friend of Kufuado, where the free Ebusia Wemu, into Omunkwan the deep power. Sankwasi adene na baomiani ne Kufuado mombeye. They thought to say, ye Jimmy. And that even when they are fooling, we still have to give them the opportunity to rule because in their heads, they belong to the up and we belong to the lower part. No. Every single Ghanaian is important when it comes to decision making and especially when it comes to politics. Mema sofu bin dadao. Mema eye sebyo imam bin dadao. Mema eye sebyo mami bi anapapa bin dadao. You are a Ghanaian, you are paying taxes, you should be part of the conversation. From 2017 to 2024, because we are not part of the conversation, majority of Ghanaians took a step back and said, oh, yeah, dear, politics. You saw how Ekufuado denigrated and ran this country down. Baumia, Kennedy, Japan, or Seche Mensa Bonsu. Because we gave them the idea, say, yeah, politics. But who was taking the hit? Why am I not say, abroad, Omude Ghana, excavator, essay through Galamsey. Yania, Ekufuado was drinking water from the UK. Yofi Grant went into an interview carrying foreign water. They never drink water from Ghana. But in the first place, we were supposed to be part of the conversation to force them to do the right thing. You see, they're politics. Near to Ghana, Ye de enya politics. We mu na ye politics. Na we mu money di ye. Na Jankroma nya contract $24 million. Na wakosi nsuo mu nam. Na Akufo-Addo ma obi any certificate, obi any resume, obi any ejuma wa ye won abrabom. The omuni man say ya ware abojantra. They were making billions at our expense because you see ye de yenya politics. Ye de ye ekoso no yempe ba yenka. They run you people down. Because na ye mu bi ye Jimmy. So, you need to be part of this conversation. I will never, on any day, sit on my platform and tell anybody not to talk about the government. Now they about the media. But make sure the Misinformation and Disinformation Act, that law is about to be enacted. Be careful. Jandam is dangerous. Because of Jandam, nipa bi beko jail, omo mefie biem. Jandam is dangerous. As we sit, some people don't have peace in their heart. They know they have committed a crime. They know every single day they can be picked up and taken to court. They know. They are not happy. They are sad inside because they know dealings. It is against the laws of the land. And that is what I am trying to advise the young people. So, jail. The time does not matter. If you come to Ghana if your man come to Ghana, you are a foolish boy. We are kwasia, and our papa Jimmy, and our mammy. Me say, you people need to understand. Ye besemra. Unya se obeko quarter. Then listen to this advice because suits are going to fly all over the place. Now, when we're somewhere around Menemoka, papa we, or say or a lecturer or a lecturer with school. And this is how it starts. And most of our tertiary institutions are. Some of the lecturers are NPP lecturers are, they just infuse this kind of atro into the young NPP people in our various tertiary institutions. Now I'm saying, most of our tertiary institutions are almost a test conformer and come students are more knowledge to do research. They have become animals. They are not able to research to even defend MPP. All because there's some of the lecturers they have become so political to the point say the kids are now learning from these dumb heads who have clouded themselves with stupid political ambitions until they cannot even reason again. This man, you see, or a UPSA law lecturer. He's a law lecturer. Law Nayafo and a Jimmy to law. Now I'll say this government doesn't want people to speak openly. But I want to ask, you were speaking openly. Did anybody stop you from making this statement? It shows how low-minded, how foolishly they have been enshrined in their silly politics, and these are the people leading young people in Ghana as teachers, lecturers. Did anybody stop you, Jack, from speaking? Foolish act with Jimmy, politics because if you are sitting on radio and TV and telling Ghanaians to say, for the last 93 days, yentisa aban we abobi tuo. Yentisa aban we actually obi because wakaseti abano. Yentisa aban we brutalize obi because wakaseti abano. A lecturer who is supposed to pass information on to young ones to learn something from you. So when Jimmy why should you say this government does not want people to at the end of the day speak openly, but you are basically openly speaking about the government? Because if you had been stopped from sharing your opinion about what is happening in Ghana, then you will have a case. But you as an individual, as stupid as you are in free standing. You have all the airtime and all the room to speak your mind. But because of stupid politics or say the government doesn't want people to speak openly. Where were you standing when you were making this stupid statement? Were you in a hen coop? Were you hiding in a basement? You were openly sitting in public making this statement. It shows that logically you are stupid and not wise to teach these kids in school. The foolishness in these kind of people, in those range no so middle class chira no Jimmy Chen say ko school da because when you look at it critically sebi ko school da nyansa chen sankofo bebre because these are the foolish people who entertained the Kufuor and the Bawumia for 8 years. Some of these stupid lecturers were in lecture halls trying to defend the stupid economical abysmal performance of the stupid government. Ujina omaya freedom of speech juma. We are lecturer, we are lost lecturer. Obian fan more count. Nobody has even warned you. Obian mia wone. You as a person, you cannot stand on any platform to say Obia intimidate you because you are speaking your mind. So why do you say this government doesn't want people to speak openly? Because before you make a statement, you look at where you are standing, your situation, before you comment on other situations. The issue here is, can you point to one single person who has been attacked, who has been jailed, who has been forcefully and oppressed by this government for not speaking their mind? You people do not understand. Politics a Jimmy because majority of the people who listen to people like you, we have handed young people to you to teach, to pass knowledge on to be an example for them to understand. You are using that small opportunity as a lecturer to foolishly exhibit the highest form of your stupid tribal foolishness. Because at this point, can you show any of your students that somebody has been attacked from speaking against the government? Can you tell us one? We are Jimmy Four. And you see, you sit and you speak for the NPP, so you are foolish. This guy is a lecturer and a member of the NPP on attempted arrest of Reverend Intim Fodjo. Now, Jimmy wage now obey any school. Intim Fodjo, has he proven as somehow kind with any evidence? What makes you a law lecturer? You are a foolish man. You are a foolish man. I thought you were going to tell Ghanaians that Intim Fodjo has evidence. Then because of the evidence, the government is stopping him from speaking. You have not been able to tell Ghanaians that the Intim Fodjo Jimmy 38-year-old boy.
I was saying, and someone and the honor so what to be NPP for no, at the end some no more can CPP at the end so and I'm on chain. NDC for so more abai and a was so the omope and no more a year and I say a year and no any equity at the buyer. Message over subscribe to the Point TV at the Amaye. Share my for be here for comment bra. Now feel so no dear Cosubiano, Chrewadjane, a fahon, Emma yen.